Makes sense. True or false? Long-term debt is a loan that is payable over a period longer than a year. That is true. Our book defines long-term debt, anything over a year. Some people may interpret long-term differently, but that's kind of the definition we are going with in this class for long-term debt. Long-term goals, we said, were more than 5 years. All right, true or false, when creating a debt repayment plan, you should focus on paying off debt with the lowest interest rate first. That is false. You should focus on paying off the highest interest rates first. True or false, amortization is the process of dividing your debt obligation plus interest into equal payments over a set period. That is true. Amortization, any kind of installment loan, you will be able to see in an amortization table or request one if it's not given to you. Like you buy a house, you buy a car, you get a loan from somewhere with equal payments, those installment loans will have that available. Credit cards, different. You're not going to have that because it's not set tables or set payments, and it changes because you can add something else. True or false, all forms of predatory lending are illegal in every state. That is false. So predatory lending, I don't remember the exact definition in our book, but I know it's unfair, but they're not illegal. Some of them are, depending on the type, but things like payday loans and title loans that we went over, those are predatory lending. You think predator and prey, right? They're preying on the weak or people that have poor credit scores but need money. So that's kind of, those aren't illegal to offer payday loans. They're just crappy. Things like loan sharks, on the other hand, are illegal. True or false, group budgeting requires allocating the same amount of expenses to each roommate. That is false. Every roommate does not need to pay the same amount. Group budgeting is so that everybody pays their share, whatever you and your roommates determine everybody's share to be. For example, that's what we saw yesterday. We did an example where you had the master bedroom, so you paid more money because you had a bigger bedroom and your own bathroom. So group budgeting does not have to be the same for each roommate. It's so everybody pays their share. All right, when you owe more on a car than it is worth, the loan is said to be ballooned, upside down, depreciated, or none of these. When you owe more on a car than it is worth. That is upside down. A balloon loan is where you have one big payment and other smaller payments, but upside down is when you owe more than it is worth. You don't want to do that. All right, which of the following is not a type of living habit? Cleanliness, sleeping late, frequent socializing, or a vehicle used for transportation? That is a vehicle used for transportation. Living habits, the way you live your life, cleanliness, sleeping late, frequent socializing, those are part of how you choose to live your life. Those are things you want to talk to potential roommates about, if you're clean or your roommate's clean and you're not. Maybe your roommate is an early morning person, but you like to have people over hanging out late at night, those types of things. All right, which of the following is not a benefit of homeownership? Equity, privacy, tax deductions, or depreciation? Depreciation. Tax deductions are a benefit of home ownership, and so is equity. Equity is when the house is worth more than you owe on it. Depreciation, the value is going down. You don't want that to happen, because then if you sold your house, you would lose money or not make as much. Landlords are responsible for all of the following except providing door locks, monitoring guests, repairing roofs, or fixing plumbing problems. All right, monitoring guests. Yes, they have to provide locks and repair roofs if you have like a leaky roof or something. Landlords are not your parents. It is not up to them to monitor your guests. When you rent your own apartment or house, you get to have guests come and go as you choose. The remaining credit available to you on current accounts is called unused credit, contract, mortgage, or trade-in. Unused credit. And you want to have unused credit for multiple reasons. One, it makes looks better on your credit score. And two, if there's ever an emergency, you want that available. A loan used to purchase real estate is called a contract, an eviction, a mortgage, or a title loan. That is a mortgage. A title loan is for a car. Next, establishing and following an individual plan for using credit wisely. Is that called a contract, credit management, lease, or logistics? That is credit management. I think this is a math problem next if you want to get out a calculator. There are 3 roommates. You are in the master bedroom and pay 40%, and the other 2 pay 30% each. What is your share of the rent of $2,000? So again, rent is $2,000 in the master bedroom. You pay 40%. Yep, you pay 40% of $2,000. That is $800. 1,000 would be half of $2,000. So that would be 50%. So that left these two kind of are less than 50%. But to do this mathematically, 2,000 times 0.40. And last one here. Tom's mortgage company will only finance 80% of the value of the home that is worth $359,900. What is his down payment? Notice here, you don't even have to have your calculator. It shows you. So on the red one, you're multiplying by 0.80. On the blue one, you're multiplying by 0.20. On the yellow one, it's multiplying by 0.08. And the green one is multiplying by 0.10. How do you get his down payment? So you multiply by 0.20. So again, the mortgage company will finance 80%. That means they will give him a loan for 80% of the value. So if they're giving him a loan for 80%, his down payment has to be the other 20%. So almost $72,000 here. All right, nicely done. Moving on, so we did our Kahoot. So your homework is the mortgage bill. So again, all of this other stuff, there's no reason it shouldn't be able to be turned in. These notes, we're done with notes for the week. 8-3, we already did. If you turned something in before this morning, it was graded besides 8-3 because I'm gonna wait for everybody to turn those in before I read all of the answers. So I don't have to keep going back to it. But the mortgage bill here, very similar to what we did yesterday. So this is a mortgage bill, remember, a loan for real estate. So the borrower here doesn't say their name. Ditech is who's giving this loan. This statement was sent on February 25th, 2017. It is due on April 1st of 2017. And this borrower owes $677.72. There is a late fee if it's more than 15 days late. You can see here. They can do auto pay, they can mail it in, they can call to pay it. The account information, here's the loan number, the principal balance. So this borrower still owes $44,697.67. The interest rate is 5.125. There is no prepayment penalty. That's where the loan is for. Since the last statement, it shows this. It's, again, you or the borrower paid $700 last month. So even though the amount due is only $677, they paid $700. Year to date, what year to date means is since January 1st. So since January 1st, $1,011.72 has gone towards the principal and $388 has gone towards interest. So it tells you for the next payment, same thing. $486.82 is for principal. Interest is $190.90. I assume whoever this is probably going to pay $700 again. That's what they did the last 2 months. You can see the extra payment, anything extra goes towards principal. I always recommend you do that. Even if you just round up, here it's $22. That's going to take some time off of this loan. And then if they were mailing a check, they would cut this off and fill this stuff in. The amount due is given to them, so that should already be there. If there's a late fee, extra principal, and then the total enclosed would be $700 is what they had been paying. And then you have these 10 questions, multiple choice to answer that follow. And then the only other thing, tomorrow, it is already scheduled here at 8 a.m. Your test will pop up. Please complete that by noon tomorrow for your attendance. Any